Mr. Speaker, I stand here today in this august chamber with a joy in my heart, Mr. Speaker. Because, Mr. Speaker, when I listened to the presentation by the Honorable Prime Minister on Tuesday afternoon, I was really excited that this Prime Minister had in his policy statement everything for every single person in St. Lucia, whether you are on the other side or this side. Mr. Speaker, I want to first thank the people of Dennery South for placing their trust and confidence in me in 2021 to serve them as the parliamentary rep. And I know, Mr. Speaker, when the next general elections is called, the people of Dennery South will ensure that Honorable Alfred Prospere remain the parliamentary rep for Dennery South. Mr. Speaker, I want to express my condolences to an individual who passed sometime last week, and his name is Keith Prospere, better known as SP. He's a member of the Prospere family in Dennery, and I want to take time to express my condolences to his family. I want to make special mention of my wife, my daughter Vicky and Crystal, and to say a big thank you to all the constituents of Dennery South who has assisted me in one way or the other to deliver quality representation to the people of Dennery, Lakai, Lime, and Delaide. Mr. Speaker, I move straight into the agricultural sector to state that food and nutrition security remains a top priority for the Ministry of Agriculture in this new budget cycle. The tasks ahead are clear, and our attention to food and nutrition security will not be diverted. As the global price of food continues its upward trend, our food import bill will also continue to rise, posing a threat to our food security. Mr. Speaker, as global food supply chain continues to show vulnerabilities, it is crucial that we reduce our reliance on imported foods and inputs. Our strategy now must focus on boosting local production, investing in value addition, and embracing input substitution. Mr. Speaker, the focus on the agricultural sector in the new budget year 2025-2026 is as follows. 1, enhancing food and nutrition security. 2, reducing food imports through the expansion of livestock production, fisheries, and targeted crops. Promoting agricultural innovation and technology. Strengthening the engagement of women and youth in agriculture. Building resilience and sustainability within the agricultural sector. Mr. Speaker, following an 8.9% decline in the real value added in the agricultural sector, it is estimated that the sector grew by 10.3% in 2024, with all subsectors registering growth. Mr. Speaker, I will repeat, 8.9% decline in 2023, grew by 10.3% in 2024. That is more than 19%, Mr. Speaker, in 2024. And Mr. Speaker, when I hear from the other side that you mettez un ministre agricole, mais c'est la forêt qui te travaille. They made it look like they had no knowledge in agriculture. But I want to remind them, the Forestry Department was part of the Ministry of Agriculture that I served for 34 long years. Mr. Speaker, amidst the positive developments, the sector continued to grapple with supply-side pressures, such as high production costs and adverse weather patterns. Notwithstanding the relatively high cost of production within the sector, livestock production improved substantially as key producers scaled up operations in response to robust domestic demand. Je voulais dire ça en créole pour tout le monde comprendre. L'année passée, valeur value added dans le secteur agricole là, descend pour 8,9%. Mais l'année passée, ça c'est 2024, value added dans le secteur agricole là, monté par 10,3%. Et ça c'est un bon bagage pour le secteur agricole là, parce que nous savons l'importance secteur ça là, là il vient pour manger. Et puis nous tous savons manger, nous comme ici, nous comme importer un chai. Et puis gouvernement Saint-Lucie, gouvernement ça là part of comité pour aider les femmes avec nous les femmes en chai support. Chaque lait moins monter descendre moins nèg di fou monde yo ka di gouvernement Saint-Lucie, gouvernement Labour Party qui jabay plus support pour femmes et secteur agricole en Saint-Lucie. Et ça c'est un bagage nous continuer parce que le gouvernement ça là comprend ça y est pour nous ça produire manger dans nous manger ici. Nous ne pouvons produire ça nous manger ici, planter ça nous manger. Et puis le gouvernement ça là, dans moi c'est pas of là, j'ai fait un chai pour aider femmes, pêcheurs et l'autre monde dans le secteur agricole là pour faire ça qui est nécessaire pour nous ça continuer travail wed pour nous mener import là of ces manger nous quand mener Saint-Lucie descend as bas as nous ça pour nous ça continuer ensure that nous ca faire un gros effort pour nous secure manger. Mr. Speaker, I now move to the banana industry. The government of St. Lucia remains committed to St. Lucia's banana industry despite the following setbacks in 2024, which includes shortage of domestically produced boxes. Moi, si on change l'année passée, nous avons un problème avec Winera. Côté nous partisans, ces boîtes là, ces femmes, tes bousins pour te mettre figues là, à dans pour voir l'autre pays. We had a severe drought in the first quarter of 2024. Et puis, vous savez, nous avons Hurricane Beryl in July. But further to that, in November of last year, we had the black cicatricial disease owing to the shortage of spray oil in November. Ça c'est le black cicatricial disease là spread rapidly en ces différents parties pays et puis en chai ces femmes africaines like banane pour an extent t'est trouvé affecté. Mr. Speaker, there was an overall increase in the domestic production and export of bananas in 2024. Total banana export rose by 10.1% relative to 2023 to 2,512.8 tons in 2024, of which 98.7% were regional sales. Domestic purchases of bananas by supermarkets increased by 15.6% to 1,308.7 tons, while hotel sales fell by 4.0% to 171.6 tons. This decline, Mr. Speaker, in hotel purchases was mainly due to the closure of one major hotel for all of 2024 and 3 other large hotels during the second half of 2024. Although the quantity exported and sold to supermarkets and hotels resulted in an expansion of 11.2% in total estimated banana production to 3,993.1 tons in 2024. Despite intense competition from the Dominican Republic and Suriname, regional export volumes expanded by 9.1% to 2,480.2 tons in 2024, reflecting enhanced shipments to key Caribbean markets. Notably, exports to Trinidad and Tobago increased by 16.2%, reaching 444.3 tons, while shipments to Antigua and Barbuda, the region's largest market, increased by 4.3%. Positive outcomes were also registered in non-OECS markets such as Barbados, whose importation of bananas grew by 7.1% to 774 tons, and St. Martin, which grew to 0.2 tons in 2024. Revenue generated from regional banana exports rose by 6.6% to $3 million EC in 2024. Banana exports to the United States Kingdom fell from 8.4 tons in 2023 to 7.4 tons in 2024. But moi savons que il banana exports pour UK ou quoi c'est fig farmer ka voyer yo ka voyer après. But l'année différent monde qui a exporté manger from Saint Lucie pour London et puis yo ka voyer bagay ko da Chine, bagay ko bois pain, bagay ko yam et aussi yo ka voyer fig. Mr. Speaker, the banana industry is still a significant source of income and employment for many households in St. Lucia. Our bananas are still in great demand locally, regionally, and internationally. The government will continue its subsidy program on inputs such as spray oil and fertilizer to farmers to reduce cost. In the coming year, there will be greater collaboration between the ministry and Export St. Lucia and the other stakeholders to maintain and explore export opportunities within and outside the region. Mr. Speaker, in order to continue providing input support to our banana farmers, under the component of the UBEC project, our banana farmers receive 21,000 bags of 25 kg fertilizer, 21,000 bags of agricultural lime, 2,000 liters of nematocide, 774,000 banana bunch covers, ça c'est sleeve là nous mettre en laisser fig là, and 9,000 liters of herbicide, Mr. Speaker. Ça c'est un chai support gouvernement dans moi c'est part of là qu'a fait pour assurer nous bail support pour farmer fig, farmer banana avec l'autre farmer en Saint-Lucie pour assurer that nous continuer produire, manger, nous continuer faire ça qui est nécessaire pour tout mon secteur agricole là, un support qui est nécessaire. Mr. Speaker, most, if not all of those figures were not figures that just came from the ministry. It's figures that came from the 2024 Social and Economic Review. So c'est moun nan ki ka di agriculture pas faire nous pas faire rien by farmer. On vle yo mandé pour un document yo kouye Economic and Social Review of 2024 et adan ou ka wè tout ça moi dit là et toute l'autre information qui ka veni pour agricole because I want to remind you, and I want to remind them, Mr. Speaker, we were not in government when Windfresh collapsed in 2019. We were not in government when the ripening facility in London was sold, Mr. Speaker. We were not in government, Mr. Speaker, when the shipping line that was responsible for taking our bananas to the UK within 2 weeks was also sold, Mr. Speaker. Il fait about dernier gouvernement et puis nous travaillons pour ensure that nous jouons plus market by farmer fig, egg banana, and other agricultural. And we never promised, Mr. Speaker, to send or export any bananas to France. Because the même ministry already was in forestry. Même ministry, you can di market about, moi t'es là, là you try voyer un container fig en France, mais là il veut l'Angleterre, il part ça aller plus loin. Et Dieu c'est moi qui dis ça. Mr. Speaker, in the area of non-banana crops, I say, bagay konta Chine, yam, bois pain, it is non-banana crop production is estimated to have grown by 5.5% in 2024, reaching 3,036 tons. In addition to generally less adverse weather conditions relative to 2023, this annual growth was also supported by farmer resilience and government interventions throughout the year. Government support contributed to the gains realized within the sector in the form of distribution of donated water tanks, fertilizers, pesticides, seedlings, nylon bags, trays, and personal protective equipment to farmers under the unleashing of the Blue Economy Project and the second phase of the 7 Crops Program. Aggregate revenue from non-banana crop sales to supermarkets and hotels increased by 18.3% to 19.7 million in 2024. Of these sales, Mr. Speaker, of non-banana crops to supermarkets registered notable growth of 27.8% in 2024, with total revenue increasing to $14 million in 2024. This reflected both the increase in volume of non-banana crops purchased by supermarkets by 9.3% to 2,347 tons, as well as a higher unit price in 2024. In the fisheries sector, Mr. Speaker, over the past fiscal year, our ministry worked in collaboration with national stakeholders and development partners and made significant progress in advancing both marine capture, fisheries, and aquaculture. Mr. Speaker, the fishing industry experienced an overall decline in annual harvest volume during 2024 compared to 2023. Despite fishing trips increasing by 5.5% to 26,869 total, while marine capture fell by 10.0% to 1,238 tons, due to an array of environmental factors such as less favorable ocean conditions, recurring sargassum, seaweed, and climate change. Additionally, fishing yield per trip declined by 19.3% when compared to 2023 to 0.5 tons. Consistent with heightened demand, shark and tuna species experienced gains of 16.5% to 2.8% and 20.3% to 67 tons and 382 tons, respectively. The majority of landing sites reported reduced fish landings, particularly Castries, Ancillary, and Savans Bay, where volumes fell by 42.2%, 32.1%, and 34.8%, respectively. Conversely, Mr. Speaker, Grosile, one of the main landing sites, recorded an increase of 18.2% to 119 tons collectively. Dennery, Vieux-Fort, and Gros-Islet accounted for nearly 60% of total fish landings. So c'est en Dennery, Vieux-Fort et Gros-Islet qui mènent ensemble plus poissons à terre pour l'année passée. The highest stemming from reduced fish landings and higher unit prices, total revenue from wild marine landings decreased by 5.2% to 25.6 million in 2024. The fishing subsector accounted for approximately 12.4% of real GDP value added within the agricultural sector. Mr. Still on fisheries, through the strengthening sustainable use and management of coastal fisheries resources in the CARICOM countries project, which is funded by the government of Japan, community-based CMOS farming has expanded, creating income opportunities and engaging youth in sustainable aquaculture. Mr. Speaker, under this project, better farming methods have been introduced to the CMOS farmers, which has helped address several of the issues faced by them. Mr. Speaker, there is now an upsurge in CMOS cultivation in St. Lucia. Our CMOS is in high demand in countries like Australia, the United States, and the European Union. We are really encouraged by the participation of youth in CMOS farming. In our unwavering commitment to the safety of our fisher folks, the Ministry of Agriculture under the UBEC project procured 400 safety grab bags, each containing essential life-saving equipment, including VHS radios, sea anchors, flares, and first aid kits. These critical resources will be distributed or have been distributed to fisher folks to ensure that they are well equipped to handle emergencies, especially in the face of unpredictable weather conditions. So, je voulais dire ça en créole pour tous ces pêcheurs, ces gens qui en CMOS là, nous avons joué market neuf by moun qui produit CMOS en Australie, en US là, et l'autre gros place en European Union pour continuer voyer CMOS nous là. Nous savons CMOS nous c'est plus bon CMOS en haut la terre et puis nous voulons assurer nous faire toute bagaille qui est nécessaire pour ensure nous produire bonne qualité CMOS pour voir ces places là. Nous en bas project nous créer UBEC project là acheter 400 ça nous va créer safety grab bag, ça c'est un special bag qui ni GPS radio, ni flares, ni first aid kit. Chaque se mettre connaître cette Lucia kay ou jajoignon pour yo mettre à bord bateau yo pour yo aider ces moun qui aller la mer pour si en tous les cas mauvais temps, si en tous les cas un monde malade ou ni équipement là pour ça faire connecter à terre et puis pour ça traiter corps aussi en tous les cas ou en danger. This is a very important safety grab bag, Mr. Speaker, and I do hope our fishers will make good use of them. Also, Mr. Speaker, in 2024, 55 brand new quality ice coolers were procured and distributed to fishers. So, c'est cooler, c'est go cooler, blé avec l'autre cooler qui en laisse fishing pot là, ça c'est gouvernement Saint-Lucie qui fait cadeau pour ces pêcheurs, because nous voulons nous mettre poisson dans conditions qui bonne qualité pour nous vendre by moun. Il pas faire pièce sens pour sortir la mer poisson à bon bateau pour la journée et pour panier à côté pour mettre pour aller vendre li demain et ben n'importe là où voulez. So nous a fait avaler 55 ces cours ça là et puis ces pêcheurs qui fait bon use of you. We have also purchased, Mr. Speaker, under that project 10 new ice machines, Mr. Speaker. And as we speak, in the various landing sites, measures are being taken to ensure that those ice machines are installed and so our fishers can make maximum use of those coolers. 122 vessel monitoring devices have been installed on boats around the island. Now, nous savons ça c'est un équipement qui est important pour les pêcheurs qui sont en danger. Mais nous avons free of charge et puis moi antimètre concerné that un bagage qui très important comme ça nous avons pêcheurs mais l'année pêcheur qui dit pas mettre en l'économie. Mais mon vle dire nous ni 300 et puis nous all ni abay 122 et moi quoi il est important pour pêcher pour l'avantage de ça. Mr. Speaker, the Marine, in collaboration with the Ministry of Agriculture and the Marine Police, we trained over 100 fishers island-wide as boat masters. This comprehensive training program ensures that our fishers are equipped with the necessary knowledge and skills to operate their vessel safely and to comply with maritime regulations and contribute to the protection of our marine resources. Mr. Speaker, my ministry continues to be committed in improving the various infrastructures at landing sites and providing our fishers with the tools they require to succeed. In the last financial year 2024-25, Mr. Speaker, the following works were undertaken at the various fisheries facilities. In Viewfort, painting of Fishers Market, construction of a perimeter fence, and other minor repair works. In Soufre, we undertook structural repairs and plumbing repairs. In Grosile, construction of a much-needed administrative building, electrical upgrades, and other minor works. In Dennery South, Mr. Speaker, the construction of a perimeter fence and also desilting the fishing pond just last month, Mr. Speaker, and also to remind them that we are now installing a new ice machine on the Dennery fishing port. In Meagood, Mr. Speaker, repair works was done at the Pralet Jetty and construction of a shed to house a new ice machine. In the new financial year, Mr. Speaker, we will be continuing to do further upgrades on the Pralet Jetty, Mr. Speaker, and I know the member for Meagood North is anxiously waiting to hear this coming from the Minister of Agriculture. In Savans Bay, repairs to the jetty, Choiseul, minor repair works, Savans Bay, repairs to the jetty, Ancillary, minor repair works and electrical upgrades, and in Canoes, Mr. Speaker, repair works and upgrades. Mr. Speaker, we will continue our improvement efforts at all of the landing sites in the new fiscal year, with local funding approved in the new budget as well as grant funds under the UBEC project. Three of our major undertakings for the new fiscal year, which is worth highlighting, is one, major rehabilitation works at the Viewfort Fisheries Complex. And I repeat, Mr. Speaker, major rehabilitation works at the Viewfort Fisheries Complex and an allocation by the Prime Minister in the tune of $900,000 is available for this. We'll also be doing major roof repairs at the Castries Fisheries Complex due to the presence of asbestos, and we will be rehabilitating the Union Aquaculture Facility. Mr. Speaker, in the area of livestock, following a 24.9% contraction in 2023, preliminary estimates show that real output in the livestock subsector partially rebounded, expanding by 18.2% in 2024. This subsector accounted for 15.6% of GDP value added and 0.2% contribution to GDP. Production increased in all industries within the livestock subsector in the review period amidst the constraining effects of a further elevation in feed costs, which accounts for the majority of approximately 70% of total production expenses. Mr. Speaker, we know the high cost or the increasing cost of feed is placing tremendous pressure on our livestock farmers, and in some cases, feed is responsible for 70% of the total production expenses. Mr. Speaker, my government will continue to work closely with the livestock farmers, Mr. Speaker, to see what can be done to assist them in addressing that problem. Chicken and pork production increased by a combined 29.5% in 2024, reaching 3,594 tons. Consumer demand for local chickens strengthened despite price increases, which were driven by higher production costs. After declining by 9.7% in 2023, chicken output expanded by 28% to a record high of 3,095 tons, primarily due to operational scale-ups by major industry players. Mr. Speaker, in terms of egg production, following a turndown in 2023 when output decreased to 1.7 million dozen eggs, egg production rebounded by 5.5% to 1.8 million dozens in 2024. This recovery stemmed primarily from capacity enhancements implemented by larger producers. While in early 24, drought conditions raised production costs, donated water tanks through government interventions with Mabayako. This time, the poultry farmers provided some relief to producers. Mr. Speaker, the new livestock station at Volet, Mikud, is now operational. However, there are still some critical works left to be undertaken in the new fiscal year. Local livestock enterprises will now be given the platform to produce a significant proportion of the livestock needs of the country. According to records of the Veterinary and Livestock Unit, for the past 3 years, there has been a notable growth in the number of registered young farmers in the livestock sector. So nous avons plus jeunes moun qui entré en affaires production des animaux en cette ici. Et puis nous croyons que c'est un bon bagage because nous ni as a gouvernement pour continuer à travailler pour nous mener des sécurité manger nous ka mener en tout et moi crois les jeunes moun en tout en secteur ça là ils caille un bon bagage pour nous ça reduce as food import bill nous. Mr. Speaker, as we continue our efforts to build resilience and capacity within the livestock sector, it is worth mentioning that through the sub-component of the UBEC project, livestock farmers were able to benefit from the donation of 751 1,000-gallon water tanks to help improve water conservation and storage and food safety on farms. 751 livestock farmers benefited from the water tanks, Mr. Speaker, because we know as we speak we are in the dry season and we know the challenges faced by our farmers with regards to water quantity and consistency, and that was the reason behind assisting our farmers in getting those water tanks. Additionally, as a first step towards improving the productivity of our local livestock population, a total of 190 animals were imported from North America, which comprise of the following breeds: 82 pigs of 5 different breeds, Mr. Speaker. 82 pigs of 5 different breeds, 8 heads of cattle of 4 breeds, 51 sheep of 4 breeds, and 49 goats of 4 breeds, Mr. Speaker. These animals have been incorporated in the Volet Livestock Station, and the national breeding program is now fully underway. Following our schedule of activities under the breeding program, new stocks should be available for sale to farmers by the end of the 3rd quarter of the new financial year. So nous portons ces animaux ça là sortir l'autre pays because ces breeds là nous ici nous pas croire que bon assez pour aider nous à la manière nous développer pour improver livestock sector et nous mener ces breeds là from l'Amérique et nous kay breed yo et puis jeune moun qui est présentement en livestock secteur kay sa vini et bien aller en mikou à Volet livestock station et acheter ces animaux là pour lever et pour produire plus. So Mr. Speaker, we are doing quite a bit in agriculture, but yet you can do Makafayen because Makonet and agriculture say forestry Makonet. But Mr. Speaker, I am very proud and happy to speak of the achievements in the agricultural sector that not only me can say that it's done by me, but all the stakeholders, the cabinet, the prime minister, and all my staff of the Ministry of Agriculture who made it possible. Mr. Speaker, we have a situation where in the valley areas especially, we are seeing parcels and parcels of land being abandoned, Mr. Speaker. No one is occupying it, and you see a set of vegetation that indicates clearly that there is no intention of the landowner or farmers cultivating this, Mr. Speaker. In considering that, Mr. Speaker, and considering the importance of our food security, we have submitted for the Ministry of Finance a proposal which was approved for a 3-year period, and we are targeting 100 acres of land in the valley areas that are no longer under banana cultivation. And as I look on my left, I see the minister or the parliamentary rep for Soufre applauding, because I remember that is a concern that she has raised at the cabinet level many times before. So, Mr. Speaker, we have a sum of 3.7 million EC dollars that will be used to cultivate 100 acres of land with coconut, mango, breadfruit, avocado, and soursop, Mr. Speaker. So far, Mr. Speaker, we've identified and appointed a project coordinator. The project was launched in October 2024. A tree-crop baseline survey has been conducted to gather information on the state of tree-crop farming, Mr. Speaker. In the coming year 2025-2026, we will formalize MOUs with participating farmers. So nous avons un special MOU, ça a créé un memorandum of understanding avec toutes ces méthodes pour nous agir, pour nous d'accord avec nous qui ça yo kay vle planter la terre. Il pas faire personne pour aller travailler avec un farmer et ou vle il pas vle ça ou vle mettre. So we will have an agreement. So si c'est mango tout seul livre, si c'est bois pain tout seul livre, nous kay d'accord et puis so il pas kay venir derrière et appuyer et puis pour passer plan ça là. So Mr. Speaker, we are doing very well in this area, and I am hoping that we can continue to provide the assistance to our farmers. Mr. Speaker, the agricultural sector is very susceptible to frequent natural disasters, which have placed significant strain on farm holders for decades. Building resilience is not only about the construction of robust infrastructures and implementing smart farming systems, it is also about how quickly we recover from the impacts of these devastating climate events. To modernize and create a more resilient agricultural sector in the face of climate change, the acquisition of a parametric insurance policy is of the highest priority. The Ministry of Agriculture, with the assistance of Lynch Insurance Brokers, has now finalized the procurement of a parametric insurance policy which will provide insurance coverage in the first instance for banana and plantain farmers commencing May 2025, for a period of 12 months. Mr. Speaker, the insurance product will be launched on Thursday, May 8th, 2025. 2025. Et mon vle di ça en créole. Toutes l'année, nous avons disaster, nous avons hurricane, nous avons storm, nous avons la pluie. Secteur agricole là a trouvé dévasté, mauvais. Et en chaque nous dépendons à ce gouvernement Saint-Lucie pour bailler des support qu'on nous fait dernière fois un problème là nous tenons avec Black Secret quoi là nous pas l'huile. Et bien nous mettons en place un insurance qui a aidé farmers qui affecté là vini pour disaster et puis nous avons commencé et puis $1 million moi voulais remercier Premier ministre il bon nous 600 000 l'année passée et qui bon nous l'autre 400 000 l'année ça là so nous $1 million that nous avons commencé depuis l'année ça là pour mettre un programme en place pour insurance by farmer et puis farmer fig et farmer banane. Na moi si we en chay moun kay di pour tisser farmer fig et farmer banane mais changer là on y pièce govan c'est farmer fig et farmer banane qui a trouvé affecté premier mais aussi nous parlons en chay l'argent actuellement pour nous couvrir pêcheurs pour nous couvrir moun qui en légumes moun qui en livestock moun qui produisent poule moun qui produisent et puis nous avons fait un commencement côté nous avons fait plus grand pour avancer et bien mener tout le monde ensemble. Mr. Speaker, we are also going to commence or continue a farm labor program commencing July of this year to assist farmers who are challenged with the unavailability of labor. And we are hoping that, Mr. Speaker, we will employ nearly 100 workers like we did under the UBEC program to assist farmers for a period of 6 months. We have in the budget an allocation of $600,000 that is going to be used to provide farm labor support to our farmers. So, je veux dire encore that l'année passée, nous avons un programme côté nous avons des farmers et puis nous avons travaillé côté yo pas tenu pour payer pour ces travailleurs ça mais programme là de payer pour eux. Now maintenant chaque différents concerns farmers te dit là vini pour dans manière c'est travailleurs de fait. Nous a review ça et puis nous avons quoi l'année ça là nous avons continuer nous avons un different approach un approach qui différent because les moyens dans ces farmers yo dit c'est vont mieux nous te service ces travailleurs yo hani et puis yo te kay pay nous kay pay ces travailleurs ça directly for you because ces travailleurs ça yo trust yo comprendre ça yo ka faire yo habitué yo en relation et puis yo et que kay si mais qu'on a passé nous mener moun that yo pas connaître et puis ça c'est dans ces bagages là nous ka travailler sur. Mr. Speaker, agricultural innovation, as we recognize the need for innovation and use of technology in revitalizing the agricultural sector, the use of technologies in agriculture in other jurisdictions has proven to increase yields and profitability and increase the appeal of agriculture among the younger generation and women in light of the aging farmer population. With the past 3 years, we have made various programs available to young people interested in the agricultural sector. We are very encouraged by the enthusiastic response to these programs, for example, the mushroom production and training in agribusiness project. More recently, we have now introduced the Shade House Hydroponics Farming Systems project. Mr. Speaker, as we speak, 2 Shade House hydroponics systems have been constructed at the Union Agricultural Station. This transformative initiative is a direct outcome of the strong partnership between the governments of St. Lucia and Guyana. The 2 hydroponics units are expected to be in operation in May 2025. The key benefit of using hydroponics farming system is that in a hydroponics setup, farmers do not need to use harmful chemicals and pesticides, given that there is less risk of pest infestation. Mr. Speaker, we have gotten funding from the government and people of Guyana to help us in the construction of 2 hydroponic systems that will
Remember,
be
you have
used,
15 minutes left.
thank you, Mr. Speaker, that will be used to increase our leafy vegetable production by reducing our food import bill. But at the same time, Mr. Speaker, we want to have a youth engagement where students from various schools and other institutions can work with the Ministry of Agriculture to boost their, to work on the SBAs, Mr. Speaker, and to get the level of training that is needed for them to move on further in the agricultural sector, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, with the last 15 minutes, I would like to draw my attention to the constituency that caused me to be standing where I am now, and to mention some of the achievements and plans for the coming year. But Mr. Speaker, before I do that, I just want to mention that the Ministry of Agriculture, under the Unleashing of the Blue Economy project financed by the World Bank, received a grant of $10 million through the Contingent Emergency Response Component CERC to support St. Lucia's response to enhancing food security in the fisheries, livestock, and production subsectors, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, in terms of fertilizer, we distributed 39,100 bags of fertilizer to 3,556 farmers. We distributed 34,000 bags of agricultural lime to 3,556 farmers. We also distributed 2,000 gallons of nematicide to 1,406 banana and plantain farmers. Herbicides, 10,300 liters to 3,356 farmers. Banana bunch, that's the banana sleeves, 774,000 to 449 farmers. I hope the people of Babono and the people of Viewfort South and Viewfort North and all the other constituencies, the farmers benefited from that. Banana spray oil, 70,000 gallons of banana spray oil, free to farmers. Free 70,000 gallons of banana spray oil will not be purchased by farmers. We also have 1,550 rolls of ground cover. Ça c'est bagay nou a mettre à terre pour empêcher zèbre la lever to 1,950 farmers, Mr. Speaker. 14 bags, 920,000 to 2,500 farmers, Mr. Speaker. Seeds, Mr. Speaker. Ça c'est bagay la kriye gwen nan. 8,500,000 seeds, Mr. Speaker. That is for banana, for vegetable farmers, Mr. Speaker, and the propagation units in Union and Soufre will be using those seeds, Mr. Speaker, to provide free seedlings to farmers. 45 new greenhouses, Mr. Speaker. 45 new greenhouses to farmers. 45 farmers, Mr. Speaker. 2,500 water tanks to 174 farmers, Mr. Speaker. And we brought in 190 animals from North America. Mr. Speaker, the list goes on. Ticicide, 88 liters, a new generator, establishment of 8 acres of pasture in Volet, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, fisheries, 55 bins, Mr. Speaker. 10 new ice machines, 400 grab bags, both masters training for more than 100 fishers. Installation of culverts at Market Estate, Mr. Speaker. Desilting of main drains in Vanna, in Denry North, Mr. Speaker. It's a long list, Mr. Speaker, and I want to say that I'm very thankful to my Prime Minister, my cabinet colleagues, and the government, Mr. Speaker, for making available those inputs to our agricultural sector. Mr. Speaker, the remaining time I want to just say to my constituents that I will always love them. I am always grateful when I stand in this august chamber to give them the quality representation that they deserve, Mr. Speaker. And Mr. Speaker, I want to just mention a few of the projects that we've done. And Mr. Speaker, it is we have now completed the Lakai Nursery Ring concrete road. We completed 2 footpaths, one by the tamarind tree in Lakai and the other next to the IRDC, starting next to the IRDC, Mr. Speaker. In the coming year, we will be constructing a new concrete road going towards Lenisha. We will also be working on some drainage project by Maureen, that is in Lakai. We will, in the next few days, be installing 3 1,500 gallons water tanks at the top of Lime because they are going through a serious problem with water, Mr. Speaker. The new road in Green Mountain is completed. A new road, Mr. Speaker, concrete road leading to Gasper Drive, and that's a road that was supposed to have been completed many years ago, but under the previous government, after contracts had been awarded to certain individuals, it was stopped. Mr. Speaker, this road is completed. Mr. Speaker, as we speak, we are rehabilitating the Dennery Multipurpose Center. We are constructing a new change room and toilet block, thanks to the Minister for Sports for making this happen. And we are also blocking the side of the Dennery football stands. Mr. Speaker, you create un texaco. You create tout qualité non. Mais moi voulais dire avant moi venir la bataille comme ça. Et puis because la nion nous kay faire ça nous pour faire pour nous faire plus confortable by moun là yo vinn là. Mais moi voulais dire avant moi venir la bataille yon qui était là. Mr. Speaker, I am very happy to have made this presentation today, Mr. Speaker, but there are some people I want to thank. I want to thank my PM and my cabinet colleagues for all the support throughout the years, my permanent secretary, my deputy permanent secretary, the heads of department, of the staff of the ministry, and all staff of the ministry, Mr. Speaker, key stakeholders like CADI, FAO, ICA, ICDF, Mr. Speaker, my Dennery South Constituency Council, my Dennery South Constituency Group, special mention to Mr. Mike Chitoli and Winsbert Ricky Felix for all your support throughout the years, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I want to appeal to the people of Dennery before I close to say that we have a lot of work to do. We've done quite a bit in just less than 4 years. Mr. Speaker, I will continue to work with the people of Dennery South, and I know they have all confidence in me to serve them in the next general elections. And until I'm ready to say, that's it for me, I want to say a big thank you to them, Mr. Speaker, and to let them know Alfred Stabat's Prospere will always love them from the bottom of my heart. Mr. Speaker, thank you.